Hello and welcome back to the American Sushi Podcast. Today I am here once again with my co-host, Evan. Okay, maybe he's not here actually. And we also have an extremely special guest who we are so pleased to have here today. None other than Noble Lucy.
You can't see it, but I'm bowing right now. Just it's an honor to be on this podcast right now.
I've been on my hands and knees for 5 minutes actually, so
I've just been silent to give you the floor.
Thank you. Last time there was such an amazing intro done by Mr. Absent co-host over here. So today it was my turn, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to live up to that. So I just did my best. I got hands and knees, and I did what I had to do. And now here we are.
All right, great. So Noble, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What do you like doing? And just give the fans some stuff about you.
Well, if you don't know who I am, I'm a YouTuber, just a dumb kid with too much time on his hands who makes just like dumb videos about me just talking about whatever. Like it could be literally about just fucking, I don't know, fuck all. I'm a bit of a potty mouth. If you couldn't notice, if you didn't notice.
If you curse on this podcast, I will beat you. No, I'm just kidding. Curse away.
If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know me as that one kid who just retweets a bunch of Jury, Mirko, and B pictures and shit, related tweet and stuff. And yeah, I'm just a kid who just does YouTube, and I do it in my free time. And yeah, that's it. That's about as much as you need to know.
And I would say the reason I found you is from one of your videos hitting the algorithm, I think, known as sniffing.mp4. No, I'm just kidding. The video on Yandere Dev is what I found you from.
I have no idea how that video was so fucking popular. I have no idea how it hit the algorithm at the right time. It's just like it blew my mind as soon as I saw, oh shit, it's above 1,000 views. And then I closed my phone, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh shit, it's at 10,000 views. And then 30 minutes later, oh fuck, this is way above 50,000 views. And it blew my mind.
Yeah, it's really weird how the algorithm just chooses like the most random videos to like jumpstart people. I guess, one thing you mentioned is that you make videos about like, kind of whatever. And I will say that has to be the most accurate representation that I can see when viewing like your backlog. Because I feel like one question I wanted to ask you in particular is kind of like, how you decide what topics you want to talk about. Because I feel like you have such a big variety, which, a lot of times I feel like most YouTubers do have like some variety for sure. But I feel like I could never classify exactly what kind of YouTuber you are if somebody asked me. Because you have things like, you've done like gameplays, you've done like game retrospectives, you do like commentary, you're talking about Kamen Rider recently, you were, it's just all over the place. So I guess my big question here is kind of like, what inspires you to pick, the topic that you're going to talk about that day? Is it just kind of like, you wake up and you're like, you know what, I'm talking about this today? Or do you do like a lot of planning behind the scenes? Or give me a little insight onto what goes on there.
A little bit of insight into my mind, yeah. Well, I was inspired by like a bunch of YouTubers, for example, like Moist Critical. I don't know if you guys have seen him.
Yeah, of course.
So like his idea of just like, it's my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want. If I want to make a video about dildos, I'll fucking do it. And just like sometimes it does, like a lot of planning does go into it. And like for bigger videos, for like bigger projects like the Yandere Dev video, like I had to do months and months of research, and I had to write down everything, I had to write down a script. So planning does go into it. But when it comes to videos like the Kamen Rider one, that's just videos that I would do from the top of my mind. I'm like, hey, I like this topic. I'm going to talk about it today. And this entire week, this video is going to be dedicated to this. So yeah. But when it comes to like picking out what I want to do or what I want to talk about that week, I have a folder where it's called video ideas, and essentially I scroll through it, and when I would see a topic that I would like, I'd be like, okay, sure, I'll just talk about this. It's like, it's very random. I don't have an idea of like, or I don't have a system of like, hey, I want to talk about this. When it comes to a specific topic, then I would be like, okay, if I'm gonna talk about this, then this is gonna go a lot of planning, so that's gonna take a while. But if it's like a specific like video that doesn't take a while, I just go with the flow, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Hmm.
kind of like the opposite, where I plan out a lot ahead of time myself. Like I also have like kind of a, so I use a notepad, and I just have like an on computer notepad because I'm cool. But I have like this huge list of video ideas, but I plan like 20 in advance in terms of like the order at least, and I kind of usually stick to it. It's definitely very interesting as well just to see like all the different types of things like you said. Like I can actually very much see the comparison to Moist Critical now that you mention it. Are there
Uh-huh.
any other YouTubers that inspire you a lot, or would you say he's the main one?
Aside from him, like you have some ordinary gamers as well who just does videos that he likes.
Oh
So, for
yeah, yeah.
example,
Hmm.
one day he would just talk about VMs or viruses, and then the other day he would just talk about Metal Gear Solid 4, and other days he would talk about like different shit. Like I'm just a mixture of almost everything, you know. Just like aside from some ordinary gamers, I guess if you want to like chalk it up to like, hey, this is the YouTuber that inspired me the most. That would be, Chris Raygun, because his sort of
Okay.
comedy and his sort of like line delivery is like what I kind of want to inspire. And it's
Oh,
inspired me a lot when I write my videos and write my scripts.
Oh, I do see that, especially with your more recent editing shifts. I've noticed, like from the Yandere Dev video up until if you look at like the Lab Zero games editing or the Common Writer, like any of your most recent videos, I can see like a lot of differences in editing. Is that something you kind of worked to do, or how did you learn to edit like that? I guess.
So, fun fact, when I was my very, very first video, I have never edited before. So, like my very first video, which was a Minecraft parkour video, which I
Yes,
is I
please.
I can't believe I'm referencing that video in like
Oh,
2020.
oh, and it's got a rage
But
face on it too. Oh,
I wanted to go super generic. I was like, this is my first video on my
no.
channel. What am I gonna do? It's just gonna be like the most generic fucking shit.
Hmm.
It's like, but before that video, I did not know how to edit. Like this was my first time editing, and
Hmm.
like I never opened Sony Vegas, never opened After Effects or Adobe Premiere Pro. So this
Uh-huh.
was my first time. And essentially, what I did was I had two monitors, one that I had Sony Vegas open, and the other one where I had Google Chrome open. And I was looking up tutorials on how to edit. So it was on the fly.
Uh-huh.
But as the years go on, like I started to understand how to edit. And then when I finally figured out how to do like most of the editings that I'm doing right now, I
Hmm.
just stopped watching tutorials altogether. Like I would used to download them, but after about 6 months, I learned how to do it. And then Vegas, I started becoming like a pro at it. And then After Effects, Premiere Pro, those things, I started using those. And yeah, I started learning my own style and stuff. And yeah, editing just kind of like came naturally. And now my editing style is like, hey, if this is funny, if I find this funny, then I'll edit it the way I want it to.
And I think it turns out really well. It makes for a really fun viewing experience, especially like the Bardcore Common Rider, Raid Shadow, like all your more recent videos. They're just so I'm just laughing the whole time. And it's like it's really impressive to me because that's not like I have a really stupid sense of humor where I laugh at a lot of things, but not many things keep me engaged and laughing like your videos do.
Aw, that's really nice. Thank you.
And so since I'm fanboying, I want to tell my side of the story of how like we decided to have you on the podcast, and then I want you to be
Oh.
to explain how creepy it is that we reached out to you, basically. Okay?
Okay, I'll do my
Sweet.
best.
So I'm watching your videos ever since Yonder Dev, and like I'm just keeping up. Your Onision videos were so good. Like I was watching your videos, and I'm like, okay, we're starting this podcast. This is a YouTuber I'd like. I think his DMs are open. Basically, was my thought process. So maybe I can get him to come on it. And so I was like, and I also would like tweet you about. I don't remember what I would tweet you about, but I remember talking about the Bardcore JoJo songs in your DMs, basically. And so then Brandon and I talked, and I was like, this guy I'd like to have on. I'd like to have him on soon because I really like him. I'll put a DM out. And so I think I sent this really long DM message to you that I typed and deleted like 2 or 3 times before finally saying fuck it and sending it. And then you were just like, well, yeah, I'll be on. What do we have to do, basically? And then it went from there.
Yeah, man. Like, if you ever want to DM, like, if anyone ever wants to DM me, and if you're super nice and stuff, like, yeah, you're just DM me. I'm just a normal guy. Like, there's not a lot going up. Like, there's not a lot going on in my life. So if I ever if you ever just want to talk to me, like, go ahead. Like, if you're nice, then go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was all I was going to mention is that I remember we talked with Loho Lee about something like this before when it comes to like reaching out with, you know, different creators and whatnot. I feel like most times, you know, most people are at least willing to reply back, even if it's simply a no, unless, you know, somebody's like super egotistical or just a jerk off or something. So yeah, definitely don't be afraid to like reach out to people you want to like collaborate with and all that jazz. That's all I wanted to say. So please continue.
Yeah.
So then, Noble, on your end, what did you think when I asked you to be on this podcast?
Well, it was the first time I ever got asked to join a podcast, because usually I would be the one making the podcast. And this is the first time I've ever been asked to be a guest. And it was like, oh, this is really nice. Like, I might as well join because, you know, I didn't really have a whole lot going on. School still hasn't started. So, yeah, I decided to join.
Bored, said, fuck it. Maybe this will be fun. And if it's not, it's a cringy story to tell.
Now he's regretting every moment of it.
Yeah, and now you've got a cringy story to tell.
Cue to me 5 years from now and like fucking, I don't know, a Rooster Teeth podcast or some shit sitting on like the fucking couch talking about talking about this fucking podcast.
Fucking weirdos reached out to me out of the blue.
Disgusting.
Oh, goodness.
I can't believe they reached out to me, the YouTube royalty peasants.
No, for Mohawk MP4 and new_video.mp4.
God damn it.
Well,
videos are so good.
In regards to something that was mentioned by Evan, I also had something a little jot down here for a question that we can transition to.
Yeah.
So I watched one of your videos earlier, and also I watched the Bardcore one, because I remember that's what you're mentioning about. And in this other video, you had on a Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt. So I was kind of wondering if you could give us a little background in like your music taste, because I know obviously, you know, making a whole entire video on Bardcore, we already established that's up there, but like give us a broader scope of like the different kinds of things you listen to, and also why Californication is the best Chili Peppers song. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's not. Fuck you. First off, it's not.
All right, we gotta go. This is scrap.
Answer the question, please, before.
So, in terms of like my music background, my dad is a jazz. He's a jazz musician, so he plays a lot of saxophones. He's been around piano a lot. My mother, as well, has also been in piano as well. So when it comes to music, like I've lived with music. Music has been like a part of my life since I was about like I'm gonna say like 6. As well as like sports as well. But music has been like a huge influence for me. And it's been like one of those things. It's like, hey, I can just disconnect from the world if something's happening. You just play music. But in terms of like my music background, I play I play a lot of instruments, like an actual abundance of them. I play guitar. I play bass. Not as good as guitar, but I can play it. I play drums. I used to play piano. I'm getting back to it, but like I used to be an actual like good pianist, but now I can't play anything to save my fucking life. I used to play saxophone with my dad. I used to play the flute as well. I used to play the what were those things called again? The bongos. There we go. I used to play the bongos as well.
Wow, okay.
And yeah. But in terms of like my favorite My favorite genre of music, I already said that was jazz, but that's because my dad has always been into jazz,
Mm-hmm.
and he would show me like a lot of jazz, and like even now, even to this day, like jazz has been one of those things that, hey, I got to study for a test. What music do I put on? I just put on jazz because it makes my mind just work in different ways, as like opposed to like playing hardcore rock or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm not saying those are bad music, but like it's just jazz is the thing that makes that it works better with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Red Hot Chili Peppers was the first ever band that I would practice for guitar, and Snow obviously better than Californication.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ooh, I like Snow a lot, so I can actually hear that out as a reasonable argument.
Okay. You guys
I
can
don't know
be
what to
wrong.
tell
It's
you.
fine. I don't
I
mind.
mean,
I mean, yeah,
well, it's okay. I need a new podcast co-host, anyways.
Yeah, you do.
So I guess one of the other things I want to talk about is kind of like history and change, okay? And so let me make this make sense for a second here. One of the big like themes of your channel and the themes of a lot of the things going on right now in the YouTube kind of commentary sphere is a lot of changing and shifts. So like for example, you over time have changed all sorts of videos and stuff you've done, but there's also been like your Onision video, you talk about how he's like still stuck in his ways and hasn't changed. And then there are people like potentially iDubbbz or H3H3 who have totally shifted like what they're doing. So I guess the question then is, it's kind of more of a discussion topic of like, how do you think commentary YouTubers have changed from like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago to how they are now?
In terms of commentary YouTubers, some of them are super afraid to change, and that's like one of the things that shouldn't discourage you from making shit that goes out of the way, like out of your comfort zone. Like
Uh-huh.
if you're a commentary channel, I would recommend just getting out of your comfort zone. Just don't make the same stale video all the time. Like I remember, this isn't going to go into commentary, but it's going to go into more of the change of YouTube. I
Okay.
remember when I used to make a bunch of gameplay videos, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to try changing to commentary. And I made an Overwatch video. I don't know if you've seen that, where I would
Mhm.
just talk about the changes at YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to change for like a year, see how it works. And it worked way better than just, Let's Plays. And it that makes me sad. It makes me sad because Let's Plays used to be the thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like when you
Uh-huh.
would go on YouTube, they would be the thing.
Uh-huh.
And nowadays, Let's Plays aren't getting as much light as commentary videos. Like nowadays, it's all about drama and stuff. And it's like if you don't keep up with the trend, then your channel's going to get buried. And it sucks, but that's the way YouTube works.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'd recommend if you're a creator or something, just get out of your comfort zone. Like do shit is different, because sometimes it might have some results that you weren't expecting.
And I think with regards to like being sad about Let's Plays like dying off, I think that kind of goes into one other area that I was going to ask you about, which is the creatures, because I used to be an avid creature fan and would watch like all of their different videos and stuff, and I would follow them. Like I still watched Cow Chop until that kind of fell down and ended
Yeah.
recently. And so like that just what is your experience with that, first of all, I guess? Because you made a video on the creatures and kind of analyzing them a few years
Yeah,
back.
this was because like I used to grow up with the creatures. I
Uh-huh.
used to oh man, I used to remember watching like Treetopia and all that
Yes.
shit, and I used to watch
Uh-huh.
a bunch of the creatures like
Yes.
individually,
Uh-huh.
and I was really sad when they ended. And because like as a kid, like I knew they were gonna end. Like that was like the time of my life where I was like, oh shit, like this is it, like it's done, like they're not gonna make videos together anymore, and like this is the end of the creatures. And when I made
Uh-huh.
that video, it's kind of like it was me going down memory lane, because those were the best times of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because back in high school, I used to watch them every single day when I would come back from school. And when they ended, it was like really sad and kind of the way they kind of went down, because it was like I imagined them going out with like a bang, but
Yeah.
instead they went out like a wet fart. So.
Like it's super unceremonious ending to them. Like it was not. And then they said they were gonna make this end video, and then that just got like too stressful and too dramatic, so they just didn't. And so it just ended kind of right there.
Yeah. But in terms of like that video, I made that video because like it was an ongoing series that I wanted to keep up, but unfortunately it was way too edit heavy at the time for me because I was super new. But in terms of like that video, I wanted to make it because I wanted to go down memory lane, and it was like one of those things I wanted to talk about because it was a part of my life. Because as a kid, I was kind of socially awkward, and watching those videos made me happy. So I wanted to just kind of pay tribute, I guess, and talk about them in some sort of way. I do want to go back and I do want to revisit like how the situation ended and like the transition from like the creatures into like different creators going their own way, like just analyzing that as well. And I also do want to make a video about Couch Up as well and its inevitable end.
That's its own thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can relate to that a lot because I was definitely kind of socially awkward. And it was that same period in my life too, like high school, watching them all the time. Like, and then when it ended, it was just so, I mean, I stopped watching them before it ended, but it just still was sad. And it's still sad to look back on even right now.
Yeah. It's like, it's just like, it ended like so it ended so quickly, and you would imagine for this channel that's like been going on for super long, like you would imagine them going out like a little bit better, but it's just like a wet fart, man.
Yeah, speaking of wet farts, who do you think's the worst person that you've covered on your channel?
The worst person that I've covered on my channel?
Yeah.
I've covered like a zoophile, so yes. I guess that's that bad.
What about like instead of like sexual abuse type things, I guess maybe more that's still with regards, I'm trying to very carefully choose my words here, but aside from the zoophile and bestiality videos, who is the worst person you've covered?
The worst person I've covered. Well, there two come to mind, and one like I'm super cool with because like he eventually like saw the video and he was like, "Oh shit, dude, I'm super sorry," and then disappeared from the face of like YouTube. Like I tried looking up his videos and he was just gone. One of them was what was his name again? He used to do like super clickbaity videos and shit. It was the same video posted over and over again, and I forgot his name. God damn it. But yeah, aside from him, I guess like I don't. It's really hard because like a lot of the people I would talk about, they would be super like just. I don't know, like in terms of like career wise, they'd be really bad because like the way they're communicating and the way they're making a community, it's not the best place and it's not the best community that they're making. But I also don't want to talk about them negatively because I've gotten shit from them in the past for a while. I've gotten shit for talking about these people. It's like, yeah. But I guess like if I had to name one, it would be like it would be an individual called Cothism.
Okay.
I remember making that video and it just blew up, and I got a very lengthy email from someone telling me why I was wrong, why I should convert to Christianity as well. And I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with the video?
Awesome.
It's like one of those comments, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but yeah, he was probably the worst I've covered. Like in terms of just like hostility in his own community. It's like if you make a video about him, expect at least 300 comments of his viewers and his subscribers coming to you, because I've had a fair bit.
Brandon, leave his names out of the tag, please.
Okay. So I guess a different question involving the vast category of videos and people you've made videos on. What would you say is like your favorite type of video to make? Would you say it's like the ones where you just kind of decide on a whim, like this is what I want to talk about today, or do you think it's more the ones that you have to research a lot, or anything in between? What would you say?
It's the ones definitely that I would like just do on a whim. Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of my Nintendo classic videos, those are my favorite videos to make because I would go down, I would break down a game like from the beginning, the start of the game till like recently or just talk about the game. I love doing that shit. I love it. Unfortunately, not a lot of those videos get views and it
Mm-hmm.
sucks. But yeah, those are one of my favorite videos, just talking about games and just doing it just on a whim.
Yeah, that's definitely the fine line of YouTube too, because I feel like there is, this meter, right, in terms of like what you do for self satisfaction versus what you think a lot of people want to see versus what you think will do well, and kind of like finding that balance in terms of like, hey, this is something I really enjoy and I want to put it out just for me versus like let's say I feel like a lot of people that like are subscribed to you slash subscribed to whoever, they're like I kind of feel like this is something that they want to see, or they've made that vocal, or it just fits with what I've done in the past and stuff like that. So I definitely respect that mindset, is what I'm trying to say here. And also, is this your first channel, or have you made videos outside of this one before?
I have made videos outside of this one, and I am
Oh,
too afraid to go back
okay.
and watch those.
Oh,
Well,
what?
I mean,
Oh,
if
I
you
need
want to
know about
elaborate, you
these.
can, but you don't have to. I'll put it that way, because I
All right,
understand.
I'll try my best to not name the channel because if I do, people are going to go to that, and I'm going to try my best because I'm super embarrassed about those
Oh,
videos.
Oh
no.
man, yeah, I feel that.
You want to talk about like actual like humble beginnings of YouTubers, like just absolutely humble. There was this channel that I used to have where I used to edit. I used to play Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon. This was my very first channel, my very,
Uh-huh.
very, very first. I would have continued uploading on that channel and I would have made, like, I would have actually just dumped a bunch of the videos that I've made now on that channel.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have the password to that.
Oh no.
I made
What a
that
And
mistake
shame.
before too.
it sucked. I was 13 at the time when I made those videos. I
Oh
was
yes.
13. My voice was let's just it was the my voice was I don't even
Were you squeaking?
it was squeaky. It was super squeaky.
Yes.
And those were videos that like I would occasionally go back and I would watch because they were like I would look at it and I would go like, "Damn, man. I can't believe I left in the Bandicam watermark."
Oh, unregistered hypercam too. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did that.
Because
Oh.
at the time I knew no better about fraps. I knew nothing about like editing. I would just put the shit like I would just edit the videos and they would be like raw uncut videos. And just like at the time like a lot of those videos were like that.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And oh, that channel, man. If I had the password to that, I would actually use it. And it was the most generic. It was also the most generic name for a channel as well, but it also
Oh.
fit super well. Whereas, like, yeah, at the time, it fits. And low key, I kind of want to I kind of want to rename my channel to that channel so I can get it back. But at the same time, like, I still like the moniker that I have right now.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I did I did some Pokemon Let's Plays back in the day too, and I did mine on either on my DS and I would record it with my phone, or I would have it on my PSP as an emulator and record it on my phone. And so I was riding the struggle bus right there with you for Pokemon Let's Plays, determined to make it big.
I was so determined too because Pokemon at the time, like a lot of people were doing that shit, and
Uh-huh.
I fucking loved it. I loved watching just different
All of them.
Pokemon
Uh-huh.
YouTubers and shit. And nowadays you don't get as much. But recently, a YouTuber, a Pokemon YouTuber that I used to watch, like since I was like the beginning of fucking YouTube, holy shit. He recently started making videos and stuff, and it was just a callback to back when I used to be a kid. and it was super nice. But yeah, in terms of like videos that I used to make, like that was my first channel, and this one is kind of like my second channel.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm so glad that like this channel hits it big, because if it, the more the longer I upload on this channel, like the more people are gonna request me to watch those videos and react to them. But I will never do that because yeah, I wanna not embarrass myself.
So awesome. That'd be such a good video, though.
So what you're saying is, when you hit the big old 100,000, this is what you're doing. Ah, you heard it here first.
When I hit the 100,000, I will watch that shit. I will watch it, and I will order a Mudkip jacket, because at the time I used to also do a Minecraft Let's Play, and my character used to wear a Mudkip jacket. There you go. There's a hint to the name.
Oh,
Mudkip.
all right. Get them
Mudkip
keyboards
trainer.
going.
Yeah,
Let's
it's like
find it.
Mudkip Trainer 1-2 or something like that.
I'm not that generic. Come on,
man.
give me some fucking credit.
I was hoping I got it there.
I
So,
Even
think
if
you
you did, I wasn't gonna tell you. Even if you did.
oh shoot! So how'd you come up with Noble Lucy?
So my this channel name before it was Noble Lucy, it was actually Noble Gentleman.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking to myself, I mean, I like the gentleman part. Well, I like the noble part, but I don't like the gentleman part. So I got rid of it. And I was going by Noble for a while. And then Noble Lucy is because of one of my dogs that passed away. So I thought, I'm going to honor this dog, and I'm going to put her name at the end of mine. So that's how I came up with Noble Lucy. But before then, it was Noble Gentleman, because one of my favorite trainer classes in Pokemon was the Gentleman class. And I stuck that on the end of it, and yeah, that's how I got the name.
Gentleman Mudkip 12. There we go.
It's not, I don't even think the Gentleman class was super popular back in the day.
I would say I've never thought about my favorite trainer class ever. So, and I've played every Pokemon game. Oh,
Are you telling me you've played Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I just
Cool.
wanted to know. Thank you.
Thanks. Oh man, I had another Claire. That was a very sweet answer to that name question. You went from like, because Noble Gentleman makes me think you're gonna be branded with fedoras and like katanas.
A friend of mine told me that. I was like, oh fuck no. At the time, like fedoras weren't a meme yet, so I went with that name, and then fedoras became a meme, and this whole gentleman thing. And I was like, I gotta fucking rebrand. I gotta rebrand fucking quick.
Well, it worked out.
It worked out. I'm very glad that I used my dog's name, and she was honestly my best friend. So
Yeah.
I did that to honor her.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Beautiful.
That's a really sweet, heartfelt story. I didn't expect that behind a YouTube name. Because Brandon, can you talk about how you came up with your name again?
Again,
I've had you say
time?
that a lot of times. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's pretty simple, really. So this channel in particular, before I did anything with it, it was called literally just another channel. So that was really edgy and cool.
That was very unique.
Yeah, and then the too spooky for me meme was a thing at the time, and I'm like, hey, I like that, so I did it. And that's the story. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's very wholesome and all that. Yeah, it's
great.
Like, I don't know, man. How long did that take? Like 20 minutes to tell that story? Jesus. Well, so I myself have one more question in particular written down. Then I'll let Evan have the floor with whatever he's got left, because
I've got a very important one.
Oh, well, then you better hold your horses, because I'm going first.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, you're not gonna want to follow up mine.
And then after we finish with those, we'll play an epic cool game, and we'll be going from there. So anyways, my question is very simple. What are your favorite anime?
My favorite anime. I've already sent you guys the list, but I'm gonna try from the top of my head to talk about them.
Oh.
So first off, from the tippy top of my head is Megalobox. That's probably, I remember when this first came out, when this was first teased. I remember looking at the main character and thinking, wow, he's super fucking cool. And then I watched the anime and I'm like, wow, he's super fucking cool. And then season 2 was announced and I saw him again. And I was like, wow, he's super fucking cool. And yeah, like off the top of my head, Megalobox is my favorite. Another anime called Outbreak Company that I'm not a lot of YouTubers, even YouTubers are talking about. They're not talking about this, and it saddens me because this is such a good, like, it's such a good slice of life anime, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've heard of that one
Um,
myself, but
dude, you need to fucking watch that shit. It's like legit an otaku's dream because essentially the main plot is this otaku guy gets a job at the government and he goes in for an interview and he does the interview. He does this anime test where he gets like 100%, of course, because it's fucking anime.
yes.
And they congratulate him for on the test and they call him into the office to tell him about the job. He accepts the job and the boss offers him a cup of water. He drinks the cup of water, and it turns out the cup of water was, I'm not going to say drugged, but essentially the cup of water had something in it that he passed out.
Oh.
So what happened was he wakes up in a field, a grassy field, and he's at a different world. And essentially his job is he needs to teach the inhabitants of that world about anime and otaku culture. And it's such a good anime. It's so good. It only has 12 episodes, and I'm so sad.
That definitely sounds like a unique take on the isekai genre in kind of like a weird backwards way. Okay. I'll take note of that. I'll take note of that.
Yeah, it's like he can go back to the real world whenever he wants. He just has to like be a teacher for the inhabitants there.
That's
Dude,
super
that
Yeah,
sounds
he's
That's
not
super
stuck there like most isekai.
Yeah.
Like he can go back.
I'm gonna have to add that one to my list because I know I've been eyeing Megalobox for a long time, but I told myself I would watch watch/read Hajime no Ippo first, or I think it's a Shida no Joe. I think that's one that's kind of inspired that one, so I kind of wanted to get the background before jumping in.
Ashita. Yeah, I also really want to get into Hajime no Ippo because I've seen people talk about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, I guess I could talk about like if we're going from like a very wholesome, slightly etchy isekai anime, we can go to the opposite the opposite spectrum of that, where it's extremely etchy, super not safe for work. Don't watch this when your mom is in the room. Don't watch this when your brother's in the room. Don't don't watch this. Another one is one that I've talked about since the beginning of when I had my Twitter was Manuhi Kensho. I'm not gonna give. Should I give? Should I tell you guys what it's about? Because I don't know if this, even if I say this, I don't know if this is like safe for work.
Do it. We can edit it out.
Okay.
I'm not.
So essentially,
however you can phrase it that you think is gonna make us understand it, go ahead.
Yeah. So essentially, it's this world where, this girl called Manyu Shifusa. She is a ninja, and she belongs to this one clan, and essentially a body part of the female structure that if this is gonna sound really bad, but just hear me out. Essentially, she belongs to this clan that thinks that the whole world thinks that if you are not well endowed, a well endowed female, like if you're flat as a board, you are less in society. So if you're incredibly busty, you're super rich. But if you are as flat as a board, you are considered less than garbage. And it like divides that. And Manu, she wants to separate that line, or not separate, but destroy that line, because she believes that like everybody is equal and stuff. And she goes on an adventure to get the scroll and to figure out how to break this whole stigma in the anime. And unfortunately, there's only an anime. The anime is really well done. Like it's incredibly good for the time. And I I remember watching this for the very first time and then finding out that the anime was animated by a hentai animation company. And I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Once you watch it, you're like, that makes sense.
So what you're saying is, it is hentai.
Dude, whoa,
Well, I think
it
that's all I need
gets
to
to
hear.
that point. It's not it's not interspecies reviewers kind of like, oh shit, it's just softcore porn. No, it's really like ecchi. Like, don't watch
Mhm.
this with people in the room that don't know anything about anime. Don't watch this.
I'm getting some mixed signals here, but I will definitely watch it with at least one other person in the room. It's gonna be James.
Like a young nephew or something?
No, James.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. So, all right, along that line, all right. I didn't want to bring out the big guns this early, but you said it. You talked about sex. Now I have to ask.
Oh,
Fuck,
no.
marry, kill.
Oh.
B, Mirako, and Juri. You got to pick one for each one. Yeah, take your time. This is a very clear issue for you to
Yeah,
decide
no,
between.
you
If anyone knows your
essentially
Twitter.
backed me into a corner right
Yes,
here.
absolutely. That's the whole reason I invited you on, because I wanted to get this question out. And now it's too late for you to back out and say, no, I don't want to do it.
I can't really back out. So I guess if I have to pick, like, of course I would marry B because
Yes.
honestly, one of my favorite character designs in Pokemon by far, and I love everything about her. The fact that she also her signature Pokeball is an Ultra Ball, just that's the best. I fucking love that. My favorite Pokeball is an Ultra Ball. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's the cherry on top.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck, I guess it's a tie. Like in terms of fuck, it's a tie.
Absolutely not a tie. No,
it is.
Somebody's got to die.
No, someone's got to die.
Somebody's
You're
gotta
not getting
die.
away from that, Noble.
I know, but in terms of as a tie, between Mirko and Jury, it's so. I'm starting to think.
I thought we lost you for a second there. I thought you left because you were so upset.
Oh man, I guess if I had to choose between one of the two, I guess it's Jury, and then kill would be Mirko. She's a superhero. She's essentially half dead if you've read the manga. But yeah, those are my three.
Oh my goodness. And throwing in a My Hero spoiler too. That's okay, I'm just kidding.
I've only seen season 1.
What was that? Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding.
I remember getting to that chapter and getting super fucking sad because I'm like, oh no, oh no. But I'm glad blank survived.
Yeah. That's a good blank.
That's a good.
I mean, we
blank,
really
man.
don't care about spoilers. I'm just memeing.
I know some people do, but yeah, man, those three characters, I don't know what it is, but all three of them, I've seen fan art of all three of them, just together, and it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite trio of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know what it is about them.
So, who's the worst muscle girl that you know of?
The worst?
Yeah, the worst. One that you see and you're like, oh, that's either overrated or you just don't like.
I know this is going to be very controversial. And in terms of worst, okay, so my list goes I love all of them. But in terms of my worst is this is the last person I would choose. I would choose Naui or Noi, I guess. I don't know how you pronounce it, but from Dorohedoro, I guess. I've seen everybody post about it. This is a good character, by the way. Fantastically good character. Don't come at me. It's a fantastically good character. It's so overrated, I guess. If you've read the manga for Dorohedoro, you know there's going to be another girl that's going to be super different. That's sort of better, but not really. But it's still better than Noi.
I got you in the hot take corner. Yes.
That's my hot take.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow getting canceled
For
because I
that
don't
take.
like Noi from fucking Dorohedoro.
I think you'll survive somehow.
God, I hope so.
You
I don't
didn't
want to
say
get canceled as soon as my YouTube career started.
it's taken off. Yeah, you didn't say you didn't say you like pineapple, so you won't be canceled.
Unironically, I like pineapple, but I just don't like it on pizza. Anybody who puts it on pizza, like you're just you. What are you doing? What is this?
Did you say you like pineapple?
I will eradicate any pineapple on the planet.
I hate it. A strong stance that you're not going to get away from.
Unironically,
Unironically.
unironically, pineapple is super good, and it's super good for you.
I
Also-
disavow.
Also, shout outs to both of my friends who are in the fucking stream right now, who both of them like pineapple. So I mean, they back me up.
Well,
I mean,
somebody's
I hear I'm
allergic, so that means
yeah.
he hates pineapple by default.
Yeah, that's
By default.
I mean, but she still likes it. Though. Come on.
You did put a Honeycam Studio video up. I actually just found that.
Did I? Oh shit! Maybe I did put it on. I just forgot about it.
Yes. So when's part 2?
Oh yeah, it was part 1 of like 3, but I got super lazy.
Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna just go through a couple of your titles of videos from the past, and I need to know what you remember about that video, if anything at all. Okay.
Okay.
This is my own version of like explain the gram on Hot Ones. Okay, but it's much dumber. So this first one is Pokemon Fire Red Episode 8, Rip Kid Rock.
So what that is my Pokemon Fire Red Let's Play. I used to name a bunch of my Pokemon after like just songwriters and shit.
Huh.
And one of my Pokemons were named Kid Rock, and I was doing a Nuzlocke at the time. Okay. And Kid Rock died. I think I caught Kid Rock one episode, and then he died the next. And I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, okay. All right. What about Honey Pop? Episode 9, More Boobs and Sex with 3 exclamation points. I have an idea about what that's about, but I want to know what you remember about.
Essentially, this. Honey Pop is like, I don't remember a lot of it except for raging because the game got super difficult the more you go on.
Oh, it's super fucking hard once you start going.
It's incredibly hard. That's kind of like the thing that discouraged me from watching, from playing the last 2 characters that I had left to unlock. But that title in particular, I guess it was because like, I don't know, I kind of wanted it to seem clickbaity and shit. It's like, I wanted the YouTube algorithm to take this away. At the same time, I don't know. Like, it was like one of those titles. It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go with this.
It just like comes to your head and you're like, I'll type it, whatever. All right, Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest, the game. Totally not clickbait is this title.
Oh, yeah. So essentially at the time, like, what happened was Logan Paul did the whole fucking Suicide Forest dumb ass bullshit.
Yes.
and at the time someone made a game about it. What? And I was like, fuck, I gotta jump on this. I gotta fucking jump on this fucking bandwagon.
Oh my goodness.
Because like I played that game and it was garbage. Absolute garbage. It was probably one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. And I just had fun with it. I remember as soon as I finished recording, I just started laughing at that.
Oh my goodness. This man's out here like, we found another body. Because you were at Logan Paul.
It was so fucking bad. Oh my god. But yeah, in terms of like that, I wanted it to just seem as clickbaity as possible. I forgot to like edit the thumbnail with like a fucking red arrow pointing to some non-important shit, and I just remember like I just wanted to look as clickbaity as possible.
Yeah, it worked because his Logan Paul edited a smile. All right. The Gentleman's Podcast number 7, ISIS dating sims and talking about the Spider-Verse.
So me and my friends, we used to do a podcast, and I remember looking up topics so we can talk about. And then I saw an ISIS dating game that was gonna come out, and I don't know if it's out. I highly doubt it. And it was one of those things that's like, I just want to talk about this, and this is gonna make an amazing like title. And I just put it in the title. It's like one of those things. It's like, damn, man, like I wish that was true, or I wish it came out, and I wish I would play it, but I know YouTube would be on my ass and just demonetize me to the extreme.
Absolutely. Okay. There's one more I see. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing any. All right.
I disavow
What do you disavow?
everything.
Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, so the one. Okay, so this one I did find actually. You can play as Bowsette 64.
Yeah, so at the time, someone made a mod about Mario 64, and you could play as Bowsette. And at the time, Bowsette was just everywhere on the internet. You could not escape her. And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just play this one because, like, Bowsette, low key, I like her character design, but I like Bowsette with like the red hair, and like low key, that was my favorite character design. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just play this game and just it's literally Mario 64, but you play as Bowsette instead. Nothing else is different.
I think that was the last one that I had.
Oh man.
But I do need to ask about your fast food tier list first before we go on to our game.
Oh, are we gonna fight?
Because I'm a little bit triggered by a couple of these.
We're gonna fight.
Okay, you gotta understand. I live on an island, so I know literally nothing about fucking fast food. So go easy on me.
Oh, good. So, all right, then that makes it a lot simple. Have you had Little Caesars before?
I just remember we used to have a Little Caesars here, and then it disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it open. I don't remember it closing. I just remember it was there.
Okay.
And it was gone.
Okay. If that's your experience with it, I can understand why you have it ranked so poorly.
What? Please move it higher. Thank you.
He hasn't had it or remember having it.
Well, then how can you say it's bad?
I remember having it in America, not here.
Oh, okay.
But I used to remember going to America, and I opened the fucking box, and I took one slice out, and I saw the fucking grease dripping from it, and I'm like, I started like absolutely sweating and shit, and like I just did not like Little Caesars in America.
Huh.
All right. Well, that's how American fast food is.
It's just grease.
It's
Everywhere.
just grease.
Everywhere.
So you can't really hold that against one individual one. I'm glad we all agree.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I would agree with you, but that's not the only Little Caesars I went through. I went through like 3 Little Caesars, and the exact same thing happened, and one was in a mall. And I remember my mother telling me, "Yeah, this is why Americans are like this." And it's just...
Oh, have you had the crazy bread though? Have you had the crazy bread?
Crazy.
This is important.
No, I've just
Well,
had
there's
the pizza.
Okay. The pizza is definitely like a big pull, but come on, the crazy bread though. That until you have the crazy bread, I don't want to hear any slander of Little Caesars. All right, if you want to slander their greasy ass pizza, okay, I'll understand, but not the crazy bread. It doesn't deserve that.
Okay, I might reevaluate that and
Thank you.
eat little Caesars again. Go through that nightmare again. Just for
the
you.
crazy bread will be
Immediately.
a blessing. Just get the crazy bread. Don't even get the pizza at that point. If you already think the pizza's terrible, grab the crazy bread.
Yeah, don't taint your experience with the bread with bad
Yes,
pizza that
yes.
you already don't like.
Yes.
But I do need to say, okay, you had something in your thumbnail of this video, and it is exactly what everyone focused on. And all the comments are about this. Instead of like the Wendy's logo, you had like a drawing of Wendy from Wendy's showing her ass to the camera. And that's what everyone is commenting upon. So I just have to, I don't know. Is that what it was on the tier list website? Or did you make this yourself and specifically choose that?
Well, essentially what it is, everybody knows about Wendy's Chan. And I just wanted to
Oh,
be.
it has
I
a
just wanted
name?
it to be a meme.
I didn't know it had a name. Oh,
Yeah.
Wendy Chan. Okay,
I would just call her
Wendy's
Wendy.
Chan. No, but I
Wendy
guess
Kun.
this what? My mind is blown. I'm sorry. I need a minute.
Oh.
Brandon, do something.
Okay, does that mean it's time for the hit art activity? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, go for it. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Let me open stream back up.
hey, it's time for the once again the hit art activity. Yay, that's everyone's favorite game. So basically, what's gonna
Yay.
happen here?
Wow, I'm glad we're all so excited.
It's really cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be putting some epic best art you've ever seen onto the stream. The only thing I will ask is that if you are able to, do not look at the chat or like hide the chat or whatever you got to do, because we don't need any cheaters in this game.
Mine's gone, so
Good, get rid of it. But
Okay.
so basically, you two are going to be working together to guess what this art is based on. Like you're gonna guess the character and the series if applicable. So I did a mixture today. There's a little bit of anime. There's a little bit of some video games, and maybe there's a little something else. I'm not sure. But I've got 5 beautiful pieces of art here today. And so you have a total of 10 points. Epic gamer time.
great.
You have 10 possible points if you get both the series / character right for everything. So any question?
Let's rise and grind, Noble.
Yeah, it sounds pretty straightforward. Let's
Okay.
do this. Let's see how I get like literally none of them.
Well, luckily you are a team, so if
say
you don't get it, Evan won't either, and then we can laugh at both of you. But
Great. All right, number 1.
it's on the screen.
Oh, that's the sushi from American Sushi.
No, it's really not though.
Oh, I know. Oh, what? Oh, I know who that is.
Wait,
I know who
where is it? I can't see it.
It should pop up on the stream in a second. It might be slightly
It'll
behind.
scare you in a second here.
It's really good.
I have the stream open, so I'm really excited for this. Oh dear God! Wait, is that?
I know who it is, so I'm gonna let you guess first, and then I'll
Fuck.
correct you if you're wrong.
Is that from JoJo?
Absolutely,
Who the
yes.
fuck? Who the fuck?
Part
Ah,
3.
fuck!
That's part 3.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
All right, you want me to
Is
tell
that
you the name?
Oingo?
Absolutely. See,
I
I thought
I
it
need a
was Whole
final
Horse.
answer. So as soon as
See, I
you
thought
guys...
it was Whole Horse, but you're right. It is Oingo or Boingo. But I think that's
So that is Oingo. What the fuck?
I think that's Oingo because is Boingo the little guy, the little stupid looking one? Oh, they're both stupid looking, but
Yeah, I think this might be Oingo because Boingo is this little guy.
all right, I trust you. This is Oingo from JoJo's Part 3.
Oh, final answer?
Yeah.
It is Oingo from JoJo's
Oh.
Part 3. There is
Thank you
the
for
image
saving
that
me
I
there.
epically drew it from.
I'll never forget that stupid goddamn hat.
That was Oingo and Boingo are my favorite JoJo characters.
He's got the long
Opening is
bill.
just the fuck best.
Oh, it's so good.
Their
Oh.
ending is just like, what is this?
I love that episode. It did
Oh
live
my
up to the
God.
hype that Evan brought
It's
forth.
so
for it.
good. I
but-
love it so much.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Wow, that looks just like him. Are you sure you didn't use the same picture twice?
Thanks. I knew it's very photo accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But we got the next one on the screen.
Okay. Oh, that's the sushi from American Sushi. Oh, fuck. Oh no. Oh, I know what this evolves into.
I'm still trying to.
Oh, you and your buffering. That's okay.
Yeah.
So it's the thing. It evolves into
Oh
Lorantis.
fuck!
It evolves into Lorantis.
God
I know
damn
that.
it, dude! I remember this Pokemon. I remember seeing it
Dude.
and just absolutely destroying it and not even paying attention to it.
Fucking it up and saying "see ya." Oh god, it's
I remember just using my level 100 Groudon on this shit and just not giving a fuck.
Well, now
It's
you
fucking-
have to give a frick.
It's Lorantis' pre-evolution. I know it fucking is.
Yeah,
but I don't know
well,
what
is that
its
really
dumb name
enough
is.
to get the answer? No, it's not.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll
I'm
get
drawing
1
a
point.
blank. I don't know what this is. I know it's typing, but I don't know
Oh,
what it is.
Gotta be like fan. It's gotta rhyme or something dumb too, because it's a Pokemon. Like, why wouldn't it? Oh my god. He's gonna say it and I'm gonna feel really fucking stupid. Alright. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh,
It's taking
guys.
all the willpower I have to not Google this, but I'm not going to. I think it's like fucking man. Whatever I say, I feel dumb because I know what it is and I know I'm gonna be wrong. So
It's fucking Mantismon. Just
Mantis
say
Star,
it.
yeah. See, Mantismon, we'll go with that. But it's from
Alright.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay. Well, it is from Pokemon. You are correct, but it's Faux Mantis.
No, it's not. What?
F-O Mantis. Faux Mantis.
That's not a There's no way.
Look it up. I dare you to do it right now. That's its name.
my
Faux
God.
Mantis.
Oh,
There's
They
like
suck eggs.
700 fucking Pokemon.
Hey, well, I thought
and
you guys
want
were
me to
gamers.
remember that?
I thought you guys
That's
were gamers.
garbage. You couldn't have picked a good Pokemon?
I did. You guys just are bad. That's what I'm getting at here. You guys,
This thing is
yikes.
not good.
That's
I
not
used
a
my
good
Groudon on this shit.
Well, Groudon was just, it wasn't a day that Fomantis wanted to fight. Well, let's put it that way.
You better go to the next
I
slide
did.
before I get
I
really
did.
ticked off.
The next slide is up now.
All right. Oh, that's the sushi from American Sushi.
Wow, that joke was funny the second time and the third time. I wonder if it'll be
I'm
funny
starting
the
to
fourth.
I'm starting to see a trend here with jokes.
Oh yeah, yep. It's our strong suit.
Yeah, we're really funny.
Uh,
What the fuck is this?
You're telling me
what?
you don't know? Wow, that's a bad start.
Oh, it's from fucking Earthbound. I've not played Earthbound.
What?
What the
Yes, you
fuck is
did. It's
this?
on your channel. What do you mean you haven't played Earthbound?
Dude, I remember playing Earthbound until like the first fucking city, and then
There is no
stopping.
way this is from Earthbound. Brandon would not do that much research. There's no way.
This looks like an enemy from Earthbound, though.
Okay, I will trust you on this, but I will freaking say "told you so." Told you so when we're wrong.
Wow, I'm seeing a lot of conflict with this answer.
See, I think
Tearing the team
this
apart.
I think this mouse is from Kirby Squeak Squad on the Nintendo DS.
I didn't know that was an actual game, but I like that.
I hate you.
Isn't it? Wait, no,
Kirby
but like,
Squeak Squad.
no, wait. But that rat has a fucking hat. I remember that much.
Oh, you're right. It does have a hat. Fuck, I'm glad you know that. I didn't think anyone would get that reference ever. So, okay, you want to say this is from Earthbound?
I'm gonna say it's from Earthbound. It looks like an Earthbound enemy that would just kill me.
Well,
His
do you
name
guys
would
have a
be
name for
Ratty.
it?
There's no way it's not Ratty or something like that. Then something dumb.
So I'm hearing Ratty from Earthbound. Is that what we're going with?
I think it might be Cool Rat or some shit
Cool
because of
Rat.
the glasses.
All
I
right, I'll go full send on your guess
right.
here, Noble. Okay.
Locking it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have Cool Rat
Yeah.
from Earthbound. Well, that's really big wrong because this is Mouser from Super Mario Bros. 2, the original. He's a character in that game. And I'll adjust it over here so you can see him
What?
pelting bombs at Mario, and Mario's really upset.
What?
Yeah, I thought you guys
that-
were gamers.
Oh.
Apparently, you guys are
you okay?
phonies. Am I okay? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm basically winning this game by making you guys really stumped. So
Mouser.
I would say that, yeah, Mouser.
Oh,
it
Mario
up.
is super angry.
he's getting hit with bombs. Of course, he's angry. Well, anyways, so I mean, you
Discount
guys.
Chuck E. Cheese rat.
Hey, well, you
fuck
guys
is it?
blame Nintendo, not me. Okay, blame Nintendo for
All right,
your
is the next one
lack
up
of
yet?
game knowledge. It's up now.
Oh, hey, it's sushi from.
Wow! Jesus.
Wait. What are these eyes? I'm sorry. I won't. What?
Are you making fun of my art?
No, not your
Please
art.
stop.
The character design, or initially, probably.
We would never make fun of your art. It's
I don't
Thank you.
think.
too good.
I don't think
not
it'd be
make fun of.
possible. Yeah, it'd be impossible for us to make fun
Wow,
of it.
thanks, guys.
All right, so
yeah,
this is a dishwasher that had too much crack and came back to life.
But see, this has to be. This is a My Hero thing, is it not?
I don't know.
This
I'm
be-
here to answer.
You gotta trust me on my hero, but you get to come up with his hero name.
I'm just
The
gonna let you guys
steel
try to figure it out.
washer. There you go.
Steel what?
The steel washer. There you go.
Steel washer
2
from My
points.
Hero Academia. 2
Yeah.
points, easy.
Well,
2
you
points
did
right there.
get a point because it is from My Hero
I
Academia.
knew it. Okay.
But his name is just Wash. The Washer Hero.
Dude, steel washer is a good fucking name. This guy's
How
named
did-
Wash. Come
How
on.
did you come up with a better name than the writer?
See? Right there. That's his name. Wash. It's oh, I accidentally put up the next art, so I'll do that now. But
Okay.
it's
There he
definitely
is.
the
Oh,
hardest one yet.
He does have crackhead eyes. What?
Yeah, he does. That was not my addition. That's how it
No, I
was.
figured it wasn't. That's why I wasn't bullying you. Wash. Yeah, you're right. Oh, what? I saw the freaking background. What? Okay.
All right, boys. Let's get on with the new one because I think I have to go in a bit.
Yep,
All
this
right.
is this is the final image.
final one.
This is the
Mhm.
final image on the screen right now.
I just looked at it. I just looked at him from the anime, and that's I know exactly who that is.
That's from an anime.
fucking Onision.
That is Onision.
I mean, his anime. His life is kind of an anime.
That's Onision. I'm glad we both knew that.
So
Do we have to tell you anything else?
I mean, I'm gonna need a name. And if you guys think it's from Onision, what's the name here?
Well, he is Onision.
Is
Do you
he,
want
though?
more than a name? You want fucking? I could give you a few names.
Hey, let's hear them. Give me a few names. We'll see if one of them sticks.
You got first. You got Greg. Then you got Belated Mansion. Then you got James. Then you got fucking Onision again. Then you got fucking what?
What are his other names in his books that he self-inserts?
What's the name he uses?
It's like I don't
Yeah.
know.
All
Arthur.
of those are
There you go.
acceptable.
Arthur, yeah.
You
this is
got it
Onision.
right. Congratulations. So you ended up with a total of 6 out of 10. So that's actually not too bad, all things
That's
considering.
really
you guys had a rough
impressive.
start, for sure, but
I was imagining nothing, but yeah.
Oh, cute.
yeah, isn't that really photogenic?
I hate it. Get it out of here.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
So Noble, thanks for coming on and dealing with us. Where can people find you?
So people can find me on Twitter. You can find me mostly on YouTube if I ever upload a fucking video. But I'm mostly on Twitter. You can also find me on Instagram, but I don't really use that for like YouTube stuff. It's more personal stuff. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube for Noble Lucy, or just search up Noble Gentleman. I don't know. YouTube is very weird with that. So like, you could search up all those names and you could still not find me. It's fucking weird. You can also find me on Twitter, which is just at Noble, or at Noble Gentleman, but with a 7 in the gentleman.
Gen
Hell yeah.
7 LE men.
All the
right?
links will be down
They-
below.
We've got him. We've got you. Thank you so much for coming on and dealing with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, and
A pleasure
we'll
indeed.
definitely probably have you on in the future again.
I look forward to that.
Unless
This is
you
very
hated
fun.
this experience.
Good, yeah. I have to come back with my art to really like sell you guys on how art can be done and how Fomantis was robbery. But anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for watching. If you want to find us, we're on twitch.tv/American_sushi, on YouTube at the American Sushi Podcast. We're on Spotify, American Sushi Podcast, and Twitter is at Sushi Podcast. And we usually end with a really dumb question. Not really, it's actually very fun. And it's Brandon's turn for a question, so let's hear it.
Okay. So here's the question I want to ask today. I think it's very topical with everything that we've talked about. Very important. Why is Fomantis better than Groudon? Please leave your comments in the comment section
That's
down
not a
below.
question.
We gotta go. We're done. We gotta go. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Answers.
Bye.
And
Right, and we can
We are
end
done.
our Audacity.
yep, you can
Bada bing.
end the Audacity. Shout out to all the lads in the chat today.
Yeah,
A
thanks,
couple different
everyone.
subscriptions from Simply Amanda, Zen Doofus, Soul Slayer, and it was Am I missing somebody? No, I think we got it. Hell yeah. So yeah, thanks again for being here with us, Noble. I know you gotta pop out here, but we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on here.
Thanks for having me, man. It was really fun.
Indeed.
I'm glad you had fun. I had a lot of fun too.
All right, I am gonna end the stream though. So shout out to the lads in the chat. We will see you guys next time.